Okay, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. We do appreciate it. We are here for the full moon in Pisces. This time is going to be a bit interesting because we have a total lunar eclipse, which means sun's here, moon's here, Earth is here. Earth is going to be right in the middle of it. And the Earth is going to be right in the middle of it for over 5 hours. So this eclipse is going to last quite some time. Okay. Now, in doing these, we normally only use the brow chakra, okay, which we always tell you is located essentially right here. Center of your forehead, right above your 2 eyes. However, because the Earth is in the middle now, between the sun and the sun's energy is actually going to refract through the Earth and us before it goes and hits the moon. And then does the releasement. We're not going to have what we normally have, which is the sun reflecting off the moon, hitting our brow chakra, and then we reverse the flow. It's going to be completely the opposite this time. It's working almost like a new moon, except it's the Earth and not the moon.
Okay.
Hitting first. Okay. And because of that, we use the brow chakra because the brow chakra is tied to the moon. The solar plexus chakra is tied to the sun. So at this point, we're going to have the energy of the sun pulling through the back of the solar plexus chakra, moving up into the brow chakra, and then releasing that way. Okay. So, you brought up an interesting point right before we decided to record, which is a lot of people think that the chakras only lie on the front of the body, and they don't. They lie in the front and the back. And the way that most of the Indians picture them is they're larger, where you can see them, and they spiral in to a center point within you, and then they do the same thing going out the back. You start small and then get larger.
Okay.
So it's almost like an hourglass shape to it.
Right. A double vortex.
Right.
Kind of.
So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be allowing the sun's energy to penetrate through the solar plexus chakra from the back, move up the body to the brow chakra, move out the brow chakra, and that's how the releasement's going to happen. But because of what we're doing with the sun, we're going to be able to pull in more Virgo energy from the sun because the sun's still in Virgo, and that's the energy that's coming through.
Right.
And that energy is actually going to help us with the releasement. It's going to push that releasement out the brow chakra, out the third eye, into the moon.
Okay.
Okay? So that we can get rid of all that negative aspects of the energy. Okay? However, it's not going to push out the positive aspects of Pisces energy because the positive aspects of any opposition work well together. And the negatives do too. But we're not worrying about that because we're going to focus on the positive aspects. Okay? So with this moon, that's what we're doing. Okay? Solar plexus chakra is located about right here.
Right at the base of your ribcage.
And a little below that. Just a little below that. It's not exactly on top of where your solar plexus is. It's just below it.
Okay.
Top of your stomach, essentially. Okay. And then your hand chakra is right below that.
Mm-hmm.
And your sacral's below that. Root's below that. Foot's below that. Okay, but that's where it is. Okay. Now, another interesting fact is it's a blood moon, which means instead of the moon looking bright yellow or white, it's going to look red. Okay. So it's going to help with the ambience that we're going to be dealing with later during the meditation. Okay. And that's what we're going to be using that red coloring for. Okay. So that's the only difference between this one. However, the next new moon is going to be in Virgo again. And then we're going to do a complete switch. A 180. We're going to go full moon, releasement, then new moon pull in. Unlike what we've been doing, which has been new moon, pull in, then full moon releasement. It switches, and it's switched for quite some time, if I remember correctly.
It is at least the next 9 months or so.
Yeah, so that's the only difference between this one. And instead of lasting 6 months as if it was a solar eclipse, it's going to last, this energy will last 3 months. Lunar eclipse are about half the time.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And that's relative because the sun stays in the sign for the whole month, and the moon half. New moon half. Full moon the other half. So 3 months instead of 6.
Okay.
That's why the energy works that way. Okay. And then refraction is energy moves through something at an angle, changes frequencies. Because I used that word earlier and I just want people to understand what that means.
Right, right.
And that's essentially what we're doing with the sun through the solar plexus from the back. And unlike the brow chakra, there's no third eye for your solar plexus chakra. We're just going to pull it through and allow it to come through. And it's the sun, so it's potent enough to penetrate.
Right, absolutely.
Through that, where the moon needs a little help in doing so. Okay, so.
All right. Well, let's get ready to begin. To start this meditation, I would like you to sit comfortably with your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes and begin to relax. Take a deep breath in, hold, and release. Take another deep breath in, hold, and release. Take yet another deep breath in, hold, and release. Begin a normal breathing rhythm now. And visualize a mist beginning at your feet and swirling upward clockwise to cover your entire body. Inhale this mist into your lungs and allow it to saturate into your bloodstream. As the mist now begins to fade, an image takes shape in your mind's eye. You find yourself standing in an open field at night. Above you is a star-filled sky with a bright full moon. As you gaze upward at the moon, you feel the energy in the earth around you building. Suddenly, a darkened beam of energy from the earth comes to you and impacts you in your back at your solar plexus chakra. This energy penetrates your solar plexus and begins to travel upwards towards your brow chakra. Once at your brow, this energy builds in potency until it opens the aperture of your third eye, blasting forward from you to the moon.
The energy coming into your solar plexus is meticulous, efficient, analytical, unassuming, calm, considerate, and will flow through your principles and character, full of purpose, radiating from your presence, leaving ethereal impressions to enrich your comprehensive wisdom for an empathic releasement of hypersensitivity, indecision, moodiness, paranoia, insecurity, and self-pity through your mind's processing procedures. This creates an ambient mood for instinctive emotional security to attain personal comfort. Feel the energy flowing from your back into your solar plexus chakra, up your body, all the way up through your throat. Feel it moving through your head, cultivating at the brow chakra, moving out into that blood red moon. Feel the calmness of the energy of that red moon. Feel its nurturing presence. Feel it opening up your psychic centers, allowing your senses to peak. Pay attention to your sights around you, smells, sounds, temperature differences, texture differences. And become more aware of the environment around you. And again, for the next 3 months.
You notice now that the aperture of your third eye is now closed, and the ambient peace that came in penetrates your entire being. Take a deep breath in, hold, and release. Take another deep breath in, hold, and release. Take one final deep breath in, hold, and release. Begin a normal breathing rhythm and exhale the mist from your lungs. Feel your senses coming back online as you become aware of your surroundings in this place where you began your meditation. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes. Welcome back.
Once you've completed the meditation, I want you to understand a few things. Number one, because the energy is moving through the earth, this is going to ground it for you. It's also going to calm down the potency. Okay. It's going to stick with you. You're going to feel it for the next 3 months, more so than you probably do other moons, because of how this interaction works with all of this energy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So Keep the calm. Keep the grounding. Don't turn it into stubbornness. Don't turn it into any of the other earth things that you can turn it into in a negative way. Okay. And again, because it's feminine, and we're talking the moon also, okay, allow the nurturing to take hold and allow the ambient environment around you to keep you stress-free and at peace during this transition that's coming into fall.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. And we do look forward to seeing you all next time. Do remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.